Welcome to MCE News, to Caroline Slattery with sports.
Right now, we are in the Pax Romana period in Rome. Here's some of the sports information from the past few days. Last night at the Circus Maximus, which is Rome's largest race course, if you didn't know that, there was a crazy race. Chariots raced all around dangerous oval tracks, and the only one team prevailed. And this was the red team. So if any of you bet on them, congratulations. There was also a gladiator fight recently. Ryan Slaw won and earned his freedom. Edmund High had a bad fight, though, resulting in his death. Thank you for listening, and here's Sports Today. See you tomorrow.
We are still in the Pax Romana time period in Rome. Lots of people are talking about it, and many of you may not know what it means. Pax Romana means Roman peace. Right now, our government is doing very well, and there is peace spreading throughout the world from the Euphrates River in east to Britain in the west. Trade is flowing well and freely, and the economy is doing great. We are obtaining lots of grain from the Egyptians, and we are getting ivory, gold, and lions from Africa. We are also getting spices, cotton, and stones from India. And a public service announcement: if you are struggling and need food, come to a government storehouse to get free grain. That's all for politics today. I'm Erin Hufford.
For Roman weather today, it is about 12 degrees Celsius or 53 degrees Fahrenheit. There's a 20% chance of rain in the morning, but towards the afternoon, it will be bright and sunny. The gladiators will be playing their battles outside today because of the beautiful weather.
I visit the Coliseum quite frequently. It's a lot of fun. It's good entertainment, watching people die. And it's pretty cheap, so that's good. And I take my whole family there, and it's a fun Saturday afternoon.
Good family activity.
Thank you for your time.
The Egyptian Olympic Games are coming up, so make sure that you practice and get well for these games, because if you win, your town gets free wheat.
For politics in Egypt, right now we have pharaohs who hold an organized, strong, centralized state. They hold absolute power and play key roles in the government and religion. Egyptians believe each of them is a god. But we also believe that they're human too, because they do good deeds and are morally right. Right now, we have an election for the future pharaoh coming up, so make sure you get your vote in and have a say in the community. Thank you.
And I'm here to talk about the weather in Egypt. It's that time of the year again. The Nile is about to flood. So get your children, get your wife, and protect your house. We are building dikes, dams, and canals to protect your town and your people from the flowing waters. But just as a precaution, make sure everything is safe and ready.
Hi, I'm Vincent Van Gogh, and currently I'm working on my painting, The Mona Lisa. It's coming about very nicely, and it has great perspective.
Hi, right now there's not much sports action going on since it's World War II. Everyone's just trying to be away from the danger zone and stay safe. No one wants to get killed. Little kids, though, are playing little recreational sports between their little families for fun, so they can get their minds off this horrible experience, which is killing many people, which is so sad. People are just trying to get their minds off of this, but it's kind of hard with all this death and sadness.
Last night, Britain was attacked in a form of war called Blitzkrieg, or Lightning War. Hitler's forces have now started to invade the Soviet Union. Hitler is beginning to implant what he calls the final solution, the organized murder of all European Jews under his control. The United States is coming in to try to stop them, but we're not really sure what to do. At first, Nazi troops are beginning to round up Jews, executing them and burying them in mass graves. Other Jews were sent to forced labor camps, where many were worked to death. He's calling these concentration camps, and people are just dying here, and we need to figure out a solution. However, we don't think the Nazis are satisfied with the pace of this ruthless murder.
The Nazis had killed some 6 million Jews, nearly 2/3 of all European Jews. Terrified Jewish families surrendered to Nazi soldiers and tried to hide in other people's houses.
This was
Hello, my name is Mackenzie McCafferty, and I'm here on MCE News with Madison Bildstein, a young Hitler follower. Do you think it's okay to hurt or even kill Jewish or minorities?
Yes, because the Jews have to put in a concentration camp, so they are held and don't ruin our economy anymore.
So you think just getting rid of them will save our economy?
Yes, I do.
That's all for today, folks. See you tomorrow.
Here's some footage from the concentration camps.
Yeah, wait, Ralph, what's up, my man? Oh!
Right now, we're in the Cold War time period, after World War II. After World War II devastated Europe and Japan, two great powers remained, the United States and the Soviet Union. These two nations were known as superpowers, or nations stronger than other powerful nations. The Cold War between these two superpowers cast a shadow over the world for more than 40 years. Cold War confrontation began in Europe, where the two superpowers' armies confronted each other after World War II. They made up alliances of nations that it occupied or protected. The United States led the North Atlantic Treaty Organization in Western Europe. The Soviet Union led the Warsaw Pact in Eastern Europe. These two alliances in Europe faced and fought each other along the Iron Curtain. This tense war cast a shadow across the world for a really long time. I'm here to talk about politics for the Cold War time period. Our president, John F. Kennedy, supported an invasion attempt by the U.S. trade Cuban exiles. The Bay of Pigs invasion, known as the Bay where the invaders came ashore in Cuba, quickly ended in failure when Castro's forces captured the invaders. The United States imposed a trade embargo on Cuba that is still in effect.
I'm here with weather today. It is currently still the Cold War, and it is August. Right now the weather is a bit gloomy. It's not very sunny, so it's kind of cloudy. No rain though. Keep warm, because we don't want anyone to get sick in this almost coming fall. Hi, I'm Caroline Slattery, and I'm here with MCE News. Here we have a Westerner and former Easterner. Tell us your escape stories.
So I lived in the East where life was very hard, and when we were going to escape, we had to get over the large wall. So after we got over the first wall, there was the Stalin Grass, where I suffered a severe injury to my arm, where I later had to get it amputated. And then we were able to get with my group across the large wall and finally get into Western Germany, Berlin.
What happened to your arm?
As I said, I suffered a severe laceration on the Stalin Grass, and I later had to get it amputated at a West Berlin hospital.
That's so sad.
Yes, it is.
What are your opinions on the Berlin Wall?
The Berlin Wall is bad and should be taken down.
Equality?
shut up so I can get a good video.
Well,
I got an 80 on my test.
Maybe you should talk about the actual Renaissance being art, not democracy. That's boring.
It was democracy.
No, it was art. It was a surge of creative ideas in the arts, Mackenzie.
And democracy.
The people are talking about it, and many of you may not know what that means.
Vincent Hines, a previous Easterner. It's about 70 degrees. The weather's been at a pretty steady.
Here's footage from the Jews and Adolf.
From the Jews and Adolf.